Clarets post-match. Going in, I was expecting us to get hammered, if I'm honest. Spurs have been playing well this season, and I fancied them to win a trophy this year. I don't think they'll win the league, but I think they'll win something, just because of Mourinho. He's a legend. Coming out of it, you're gutted that we haven't got something, I think, which is, it shows how well we've improved. The improvement's there for all to see. Defensively looks strong. I think other than the goal, we kept Son and Kane quiet, which isn't easy to do. They've been playing very well. It was just that split second of class that top teams have that brought the deadlock, I think. Team's looking back to its best. Kevin Long's started to fit right in now. He's played well. We need Ben Mee back though, ASAP. Brownhill and Westy in the middle just works. It's faster, it's more direct. I can't see Jack Cork getting back in. For me, it's Westy and Brownhill have to play in the middle. With Goodmanson and Dwight on the left and right. Up front, probably I would start to play Wood and J-Rod now. Barnes was good in the first half, but he ran out of steam very fast in the second half, I thought. Put himself about though, and took his goal quite well, even though it was ruled off. Can't fault him really, 7 out of 10. Every player was 7 out of 10. Spurs just got that extra quality you'd expect. But I think if we were in the stadium, if fans were in Turf Moor, I think we'd have probably won that. I think they'd have given them that extra boost that they need. But good performance, more confident, and we'll stay up. We'll not be in trouble this year. We'll be fine this year after that. Looking good again.
It's the day after the game right now. Thank you for Joe for letting me come on to this. And so I'm just going to give my thoughts on the game yesterday. My name's Ben Livingstone, if you don't know who I am. I do YouTube. I've got 2.6k. So yeah, go sub to me if you aren't already, Ben Livingstone. But yeah, yesterday's game, I felt we played really well actually. We did play really well, but just didn't really have that final touch. You know, we created the chances, but there was just no one really there to finish them off. Like Wood and Barnes are a bit poor that game. Barnes played alright actually, to be fair to him, but Loughton had a good game. Loughton were really good. I'm normally really critical of Loughton, but I thought he had a very good game yesterday. Charlie Taylor, he's been our best player this season for me. I thought he's been incredible. Again last night, he was really good. Dwight were a bit more quiet last night compared to the West Brom game, but he still had a pretty decent game, to be fair to him. Midfield, Brownhill had a great game. You know, he was unlucky not to score. Westwood, he had an alright game. He was one of the worst players probably on the pitch, but to be fair, most of the players did play well yesterday. Kevin Long had a great game. Tarkowski had a decent game. Paul didn't really have anything else to do. And honestly, we should have won yesterday, but we come away with another loss this season. I think if it was against a team like Crystal Palace, Brighton, I think we would have won that match there. But because it's a team like Spurs, they're so good going forward that, you know, they were bound to get a goal eventually, weren't they? You know, we were going through the game with no confidence either. You have to think of that as well. So I think we did quite well last night, to be fair to him. I felt Dyche made the subs a bit late. You know, Rodriguez, bringing him on was the right decision. But for me, not for Goodmanson. I felt you should have put Rodriguez on for Wood. I know Wood couldn't just score out of nowhere and all that, but for me, Wood was having a really poor game. He's not had a great season in general. I know he scored against Leicester, but he's not had a great season in general, so I'd definitely give Rodriguez a chance. Hopefully he's fit for the next match. Ben Mee's now fit, isn't he? So that'll be a good one to see how he does. But yeah, that's basically my summary of the game. Thought we played very well, didn't we? And we were unlucky not to get anything out of the game. But we move on to Chelsea at the weekend, and let's hope we can do something.
Evening, guys. Where do I start? Absolutely gutted tonight. Really good performance. More like his old self. Just that final ball. Every time going forward, just that final ball, bit better. I think we could have nicked 2 or 3 tonight easily. I think Dash we need to be changing it a lot sooner. Waiting 5 minutes to go before we're bringing J-Rod on. Should be started in my eyes. If you're fit enough at bench, you're fit enough to start. But a lot better. Lot to be more positive about. I think we'll be alright this season. Especially if we're playing more like that. Just listening to pundits now on Carragher, Gary Neville. Mourinho's just been on and said better team lost. 1 shot on target and they've scored. But yeah, lot better tonight, like I said. McNeil outstanding again, more like his old self. I think since signing that new contract, he's looked more like his old self again. Brownhill at middle, lot better with Brownhill at middle. Kevin Long had a great game again. I think just switched off at goal where he lost Son. That's cost us. Target should be in that England squad. How can anyone say he shouldn't be in that England squad? Is beyond me after the way he's played tonight and kept Kane in his back pocket really. But yeah, I think we should be positive. You know, we've only got 1 point so far, and we're still in bottom 3. But a lot to be positive about, and I think we'll be all right. Just need that final ball going forward. It'd been a lot better, like I said tonight. That would have been a lot better. We would have nicked it, and I don't think there would have been any argument from anyone's sake that if we would have won. I don't think anyone could have disputed it tonight. Us getting the 3 points. But it's not to be. Onwards and upwards, we bounce back. Tough game at weekend, Chelsea. Can't see us getting anything from that again. But these are the games where we expect not to get anything. Tottenham, Chelsea, you know, we expect not to get anything. Been a tough start. I don't think the crowd's helping us, especially at home. You know, the crowd's not behind us. I think tonight the conditions where you know, weather weren't the greatest, and I think Monday night under the lights at the Turf with the crowd behind them, I think we would have got more of a result tonight. I think we would have at least got a point. But yeah, be interesting to see what the rest of your fellow Clarets fans' thoughts are. But I think they'd be relatively the same as mine. But we were, you know, really gutted tonight. Going to bed disappointed. We should have got at least a point tonight and building on ready for Saturday, but not to be. You know, that's what perseveres. That's what gets the points in the end. A bit of class like that from Son and Kane. Anyway, onwards and upwards, fellow Clarets. See you Saturday.
Just give my fan reaction for yesterday's game. I was quite impressed. I thought we played well. I thought first, 20 minutes, 25 minutes, we looked really solid. At one point though, that ball came over the top from Alderweireld and it looked really easy. Kane got between Long and Torks, and at that point I was thinking, that's far too easy. There's going to be a lapse of concentration and that might happen a few times, but he really didn't. It was nice to be sort of proven wrong in that sense, but I thought we looked really, really, really well organised. Good to see that they were giving Kane giving Kane a bit of a hard time and really, really tight to him. As soon as he had the ball, we were closing down straight away. And I think going forward looked really well. Like a turnover possession looked really good. And it was it was really good to see us trying to get forward and looking a lot more positive than we have done in previous games. I don't think we did enough to say we deserve to win the game, but we definitely deserved the point. I think we definitely deserved a point from it. But when you consider the chances that we had, there was nothing really clear cut, was there really? I mean, there was the goal that was offside, which 3 of them were clearly offside. We looked well going forward. Is that because we looked quite relatively poor in the previous games going forward? Probably. If I'm going to be super critical, I thought Heung-min Son and McNeil didn't really offer any delivery into the box. All our chances came from distance efforts, Westwood and Heung-min Son. And other things like just the ball, they're playing the ball out wide, even the ball's going out wide. At one point, you think you might want to break, put the ball in front of him, and it was just a little bit behind the player, so they're having to come back, and it just slowed things down. But other than that, I was relatively impressed. So, this is not going to be the game we look at and go, oh God, we're going to be relegated because we got beat against Tottenham. Hopefully, we go into the next game against Chelsea with a bit more confidence and play with that sort of effort that, we're going to take it to them. If we get beat 2-3-0, at least we're going to give it a go. Hey, that's my interpretation. Anyways, I'm no football expert, as I'm sure you guys can tell me anyways. But yeah, I was relatively happy with that. So on to the next game. Hopefully it'll be 6 games and 4 points, 6 games and 2 points maybe. But yeah, cheers.